think if you guys don't want to take long, make it brief, because I have to show them how.
Alright, thanks a lot. We'd like to welcome you in our office. So, I believe to already briefly did, so we are having this system we are using with the street light. So, as we know, the street light is using a normal system where during the day it's off, at night when it's on. So, with the system we have the street lights, because we've been working on it, now it's about more than 3 years, we had a lot of challenges. Among the challenges was the energy consumption. We had a problem with the maintenance and the management of the system. So now this system brought a solution of those obstacles. So the system is helping us to overcome the consumption of energy. How the system can be able to dim itself. Like the normal system, when it goes on, is from 0 to 100% is on, like all the night. But this system can allow us to dim it according to our needs. If we say, no, we need it to be 50% or 70%, we can dim it accordingly, and then it can be bright and people can still see. So now with what we're implementing here in Bloemfontein, what we did, because our system is having two parts. The first part is like a software, and then another part is hardware. So with the software, we are able to put the system like according our needs, according to the client. When it's sunset, it went on 100%, and then maybe around 1 hour after that, it can go 80%, around 12 in the morning, it dim automatically 50%. So with that, we can see it's going to save a lot of power. So I'm going to show you here, because we put our component here. I'm going to explain each component, and then the whole is playing, and then how it's allowing us to save power.
Sorry, even if it's on 50%, your 100% and 50, it's still the same. You can't see. Many engineers, someone who knows can see, but this is a little bit dark. But when we do this, when we introduce this to Mangaung, we had Beaker, and we've done all the tests, including Mangaung executive. And Beaker took the test to check the reflux. We call it the reflux. The lux level, yeah. And it was just the same. It was just the same. You'll never notice it if it's 50%. And you'll save a lot of energy.
That only is in terms of energy. In terms of maintenance, the system is making easy our maintenance, whereby we can be able to see the site. We can see already the lamp is on site, like here. We are having these two boxes is representing our fitting, the normal fitting, but we put it like this for the demonstration, people can see. And then this one is our concentrator box. I'm going to explain each component later stage. So I'm going to explain how it's making our life easy. So we can see the component on site. You can see here the big one. This one is this, and then we're having this component. This icon is like round. It's representing this SPS fittings or lamp, and then we're having the LED one is this one with like stars. So now, when we go to our system, we go there, we see the area whereby it's working. We'll see the street length, and then everything can show you. When the light is off, you will see also it's showing that it's off. Besides that, we are getting informed like by SMSs. We get SMSs, or we get emails. It's going to tell you Paul Puga Street, Paul number 1, lamp is off. You get the SMSs. So it's allowing you to know, and then to send the electrician to go straight there. On top of that, we get also the GPS coordinates of those places. You don't have to struggle to get there. You go there straight and then fix. And then besides that, when we are fixing, So we can get also like informed, like when in case someone open the boxes, so we get also SMS that if there is someone open it, when they close it, it's gonna give also SMSs. So that way is helping us in terms of maintenance. In terms of management, we can be able to manage, like to see all the information in the system. If you log in, you can get all the report, the energy consumption, the faults, everything. So it's making our life easier. So on top of that, I'm gonna explain to you, because the system has also the devices. Before I explain the devices, and the network of street lights, normally we are using energy, normal power. So this one, we combine now the power and then the communications. How it happening with the power line, we are using also the same power line to communicate with our devices. So we are having something like this. We are using internet. This one is representing our internet. So we are having what we call a server. Our server is where we put all the information of our devices. And then we're having some components I'm going to explain to you here. So it's inside of the fittings. So it's allowing to communicate via the same cable of the light. So the communication is going through. We don't need to install a extra cable whereby we put the communication to go through. We're going to use the same cable to communicate. That system, we call it PLC, power line communication, is also a good part of this system, whereby we are combining communication and then electrical at the same time. Besides that, I'd like to introduce you our devices. We are having a street light like our bosses. We're having the contactor, we're having breakers, we're having a photo cell, whereby we normally use. So the system also has some electronic components and communication components. This box, we call it concentrator box, because it's having our concentrator. So we see in our left hand side, we're having what we call the breakers, the second breaker. This one is the electrical component we put in the left hand side. In our right hand side is the communication component. On top here is a surge arrestor. It's allowing to protect the device against the lightning. So this one is what we are calling the concentrator. It's the brain of the system. All the information is here inside. So this one is what we call a converter. It's taking this AC power, AC current to DC current. Because we're having our device here is a device whereby using a DC current. Normally we're using AC, and we have to take it to DC to supply here. Here we put our GSM modem. We put our SIM card here. It's dual. We can put a network we want. Like now we are using MTN, and then we use Vodacom also. While in case one fail, another one can pick up. Here we are having our relay. Is helping to switch on and off and other job. Here we are having our door sensor. As I told you previously, if someone opens the door, you're gonna tell us someone is there. So now this door sensor normally is somewhere here in the door. Like here, we see we are having a red here. It's an alarm showing that the door is open. So I'll put it in off, like I close it. It's gonna give some seconds. You see it's gonna go away. It's gonna show that the door is closed. You see that alarm is gone. If I leave it, it's gonna come. Like when I leave it, means someone opened the door. So this one is our PLC component, whereby it's normally here we're using one phase, a single phase. This one is allowing to give communication to other two phases. It's having 3 wires. So it's gonna get, like if the communication is in the right phase, it's gonna get to supply to other two phases. I don't know if you have any questions so far. Any question?
No, I think so far you can continue.
Alright. So this box, the box represents our LED fitting. So this is our LED lamp. This one is our baluster. It's coming with the LED. This one is our controller. The controller, you can see having some numbers. Those numbers is what is allowing us to put in the system in our server and then put it also in our concentrator. So the number is helping with communication. Each lamp has this controller with a unique ID. So each lamp gonna have its ID whereby when we are programming, we're putting it. So it's gonna communicate, help the communication to take it to digit number. So this one is just a display, voltage display, and then a current display. So whereby when I switch on, we're gonna see how much power the fitting gonna withdraw. Normally it's a LED fitting of a 32 watts. Now this one is the normal HPS that we use mostly everywhere. We are having, this one is a electronic ballast. This one is a controller. It's having also the ID, unique ID. This one also is a display. So it's the way we put it in our system. So what's happening now when we are implementing these things? Like here, we are having the existing fitting that is working. We're gonna take it and then come and fit it. Put this component inside the controller and then the ballast. Put it inside of this fitting, and then we use the HPS feed lamp, and then we're gonna put it on site, and then we're gonna program, and then we're gonna be able to communicate with the system. We can switch it on and off. Like now, I'm going to switch on and off light. I'm gonna click here. I'll select all. You can see when I select it, there is 2 tick there. I'll put it at 100%. Controlling it, we can use the computer. We can use also our smartphone. So I can switch on and off the system through the phone or the computer. So what we need here, we just need the internet. If your phone has the internet, we can be able to control the system in your phone. So we can see it's going on, and then we can look at the display is in the watt now. That one is the 70 watt fitting.
It's HPS and that's your LED.
LED.
So your LED goes faster than the HPS.
So this one is already 100%. You reach the peak. That one is still going up. So still is going to reach the peak and we're going to see.
Look, it just shows you that the network, your network can still use, we can still install the system on your old network and also on your, if you got the LED lights, the system can work both sides. Of course, you save more on your HPS with the system, and the LED you also save more as well on LEDs. What are the percentage, Didier, of saving energy on HPS and LED?
We can save about 35% from the normal consumption compared to the on and off system. So like now, with our clients, they are so happy because we are saving a lot of power. Saving a lot of power. So both of them reach the peak. We can see how power has been consumed. The consumption normally is 70 watts. You can see in the reality it's going to 83. So now I'm going to dim them to 50%. We see how we can save power. the LED to it once, and the HPS needs a cooling time. When it is off, for it to go on, you need some cooling time, and when it's on, for it to dim, you need some cooling time. So when it's going to be getting that the moment, it's going to drop the power automatically. We can see 50%, we're having 36 watts. With this percentage, as the word says, when you go at night, you will see what I see properly. But you see how much power we can save. It was showing 40-something watts, now it's 26. So it's a big savings.
Is that your 50%?
Yes.
And it's still the same?
Yeah. There also is dropping to 50%.
The HPS.
It's withdrawing now 45 watts. You can see the difference. But at night, you can still see. So it's how this system helps us to.
That's your
save
50%.
power. So the system also, it can allow us to play or to switch on and off according to our needs. As they are off like this, they are supplying to one phase, but I can switch one lamp on or off, another one remain.
So individually?
Yes, I'll switch the LED off now. So it's off. Now if it's the normal network where we're having a lot of light, you can switch off. Like if I want in front of house number 1 to switch that light off, you can go and select it, switch off. The other remains lighting. If you want to switch the even numbers, you can select even numbers. All the even numbers will go off. Odd number, you select all the odd numbers will go off. So you can do it according to your needs.
If I may ask, is it only applicable to street lights or even IMAS lights?
It's applicable to IMAS lights. We're also doing conversion to smart metering as well.
So it means
On the IMAS, we have done it also. We have done it on the 40-meter mast in Wethabelo. Then we can also do it on the 30-meter mast. On the 40-meter mast, we're using 6 by 1,000 watt HPS.
And then it means each must be made.
No, each mast will only need, will have it will depend on you. We've got the radiance that the concentrator box can control out. But the problem with the mast, it's the different location that you put in compared to the street lights. They're next to each other. On the mast, you have them quite a few kilos in between. But we can work out, we always do feasibility study about reducing the number of concentrator box.
So in the case where we use these underground systems, say for a certain area, how many of those controllers can we replace the underground system? Only one, or are we gonna?
No, you're not going to have one, you're going to have more than one, definitely. But to give you a clear answer, it's going to depend. If you got the number of masts that we can give you and the distance between them, we can give you the number of concentrator box.
Okay. And then where do you install it? In the mini substation or?
It depends. If your location it's quite far from your point of supply. Because some masts, most of you in the rural area, they're using those overhead supply. So on the overhead supply, it's more safe. We just use your existing infrastructure, which is your pole that is there. We just will keep that and supply. The good part, like you are selling on the system, it's customized based on the existing infrastructure. You see, so there's not going to be really much change on your network. It's not change. So we use your existing infrastructure. The only thing that we change is the placement of the fitting. And then with the current one that we're doing here with Mangaung, they actually didn't want, again, they wanted also cost saving on the fitting. So what they told us is to retrofit the existing fitting. So we have done it with Bika so that we get again the cost lesser. So the only thing that we incorporated is the component itself. So the fitting remain the same. We just retrofit.
Okay.
So it will depend on the client, the end user. That's what she might use. Did you let them on the other side or the control?
Yes, if I may ask, does Department of Energy fund?
We did quite some proposal. We did a proposal for Western Development. We're waiting for them. They were SOC.
Yes. Okay.
We came there, we did the feasibility, they chose the area which they paid us for, we started, so we left it on their side. They did the application themselves. But we were there just as a technical support to give the explanation when they came for auditing and then requesting the farm. But we do that. We can also help you yourself to request for farm on your behalf.
Well, I think that is the most important part.
Yes.
That we can request assistance on, because the funding is I think is the most.
We'll help you. Like I told you for last time, we will find it model. We'll explain to you. We give you the two proposals on the findings model that you can go through these to the Department of Energy, but we have done that. We got about 2 projects existing when we requested finding from the Department of Energy.
Already existed at once.
I spoke to the minister about this, Tina. Some are very closely, Juma Peterson. She's in Freiburg on Friday. I'm supposed to be there. That we have about 1,000 houses that we electrify. So there was a substation that they just finished to build. She's going to, I think, open that substation for the community. But last year I spoke to her about this, and she said, you know what, we need to meet, and maybe we will have to go to Department of Energy to show them how the system works, and so we can roll it out to other municipalities. That is a good system. It's a very good system.
No, it's
I just wanted to show them your SMSs. Are we going to the Zoom?